So I'm sure you guys remember before the Los Santos Summer Special DLC update arrived, we were talking about what Rockstar was potentially going to do. And there was a lot of rumors, hints, speculation, and even some very cryptic messages that suggested what Rockstar was going to be doing during the summer was around cops and crooks, or at least the idea of a police theme update, going to jail, something involving the law enforcement. And obviously, that is completely different from what we saw added in the Los Santos Summer Special, which again was just a diverse, sort of mixed bag of new content that Rockstar's introduced in the game, like the yacht missions, the adversary modes, 15 new vehicles, which, don't get me wrong, is all fun and is really cool. But a lot of people really wanted to see an update revolving around law enforcement, cops, police, whatever the case is. And it looks like, thanks to some new evidence that has been found in the files, Rockstar was seriously considering this update. It wasn't just an idea, it wasn't just a theory, it's something that Rockstar had actually worked on, because they left evidence of that update in the files. So in this video today, we'll be hearing from two prominent members in the Rockstar and GTA community. We'll begin with Videotech on Twitter, who ended up saying this on the day the update released. Had a long hour looking inside the summer DLC files. I dug deep into the language files and found one new cop mention and two police stations were listed. Vespucci Police Station and Mission Row Police Station. There are 15 new placeholder strings. Interesting little things. And he even posted what those scripts actually are. You guys can see there, one for Vespucci Police Station, another for Mission Row Police Station, and then a third for Cop. So how interesting is that? And we've seen this in the past where Rockstar ends up leaving some lines of code or scripts on things they were working on that has actually come to fruition and actually appeared in future updates. Now, there's no guarantee that Cops and Crooks will be an official DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. In fact, we already know the next one Rockstar is going to be doing is not Cops and Crooks. But remember, Rockstar is going to have Grand Theft Auto Online and GTA 5 come out for PS5 and Xbox Series X in 2021. And they already confirmed that there's going to be more updates, exclusive updates for both those systems. So maybe Cops and Crooks is one of those. And that's not all. Apparently there was a lot more that was found. We heard from Videotech again saying some siren mentions in the visual settings.dat. Also a new shader added for sirens, which is Vehicle Lights Emissive Siren SPS. I'm pretty sure this is Cops and Crooks leftovers. So again, more leftovers that suggest Rockstar was indeed working on a Cops and Crooks update, and a lot of that evidence found in the Los Santos Summer Special. Now, I don't think we will ever know what actually happened to this update and why it didn't come out this year. I'm sure there's a lot of other factors that we don't know about, whether it's the pandemic or whether it's Rockstar wanting to go in a completely different direction. And because of that, the developers just sort of left some of their work in the files. We don't really know. And I don't know if we'll ever get an official answer, but there's more. And then we also heard from Videotech, who said some UI placeholders may not be reserved for Cops and Crooks. And I will leave links to all of his tweets in the description in case you'd like to check them out for yourself. And he also tweeted, it looks like there are tiny bits of Cops and Crooks DLC mentions left over, but still too early to determine everything. And at least as of now, when I'm recording this video, it looks like that is everything he has discussed on his social media thread regarding a potential Cops and Crooks DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. And regarding that stuff revolving the sirens and the shader, he said, there is some shader stuff relating to a siren, 100% left over. So again, you guys can make your own determination on what you think is going on here. I really do believe that the summer update was supposed to be police-themed Cops and Crooks. For whatever reason, again, whether it's the pandemic or something entirely else altogether, Rockstar went in another direction. Hopefully we'll see it sometime in the future because I really do believe it would be an amazing update theme. Now, the other user we heard from is Rolsha2282 on the GTA forum site. who, like Video Tech, is very fluent in diving into the files, finding out what Rockstar has got up their sleeve. So he said this, they added a new shader, and it's the same one we looked at, Vehicle Light Emissive, Siren.fxc. Why would they add a Siren shader? Maybe a leftover of the cut Cops and Crooks update. Again, kind of similar to what we talked about earlier. It seems like many people are picking up on this. And one of the more interesting developments is this. If Cops and Crooks wasn't a thing, then why would they add the leftover arrest button prompt? So you can see what the before is, which has like input source and parameters for getting arrested. And then you can see the after has input arrest, same thing, IOMS keyboard, and then you've got parameters, and then key E, and then more parameters and item. Again, I know so little about coding, but it looks like Rockstar updated getting arrested in online. And again, what would be the purpose of that if there wasn't like a Cops and Crooks theme to end up getting arrested for? So that's another thing. And another interesting development also coming from Rolsha, he ended up saying, look what we have here, and then quoting what looks to be a line of code found with the new Cubed minigame, a pack called Cops and Crooks. So how interesting is that? You guys know that Rockstar added one of the new arcade games, Cubed, which is basically like their version of Tetris. And apparently there was a Cops and Crooks mode that was supposed to be in Tetris. But obviously since Cops and Crooks didn't arrive in this update, or I should say Cubed didn't arrive with Cops and Crooks, it obviously makes sense that that is not a legitimate thing. And following up with that, someone ended up saying, probably an arcade game. I don't think Rockstar is stupid enough to put the DLC file name in the code itself. And he said, nah, that Cops and Crooks mention is there because the arcade game was supposed to be part of the Cops and Crooks pack, because that file only handles the cubed controls, and it's just notes for the developers. So again, very clearly looking like this is some leftover content, and that there was going to be a version of Cubed that was all about Cops and Crooks. And then following up, another individual said, Cops and Crooks was never confirmed or even hinted at. You can't and won't change my mind on that. And he said, oh, it's basically confirmed because one of the files that handles controls had this comment for the Cubed controls, Cubed minigame, Cops and Crooks pack, like we just looked at. And last but not least, someone ended up identifying a couple of new props that were added in the last update, and Rolsha said that it looks like there's a lot of space for potential Cops and Crooks icon positions that were cut as well. And you would assume that an update like Cops and Crooks would have plenty of little icons for like police stations, police cars, whatever else Rockstar planned on adding. So I do think it's very clear and very obvious that Rockstar was at some point in time going to be doing something about Cops and Crooks. And it looks like, again, their plans ended up changing for whatever reason. And who knows if we'll end up seeing something like this in the future. I sure hope we do, because I think it could be an outstanding update. But as always, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about these Cops and Crooks findings in the in-game files. Do you think we will eventually get a Cops and Crooks update? Or do you think this is going to be a DLC that will just never see the light of day? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.